1980 Miracle on Ice team came back to Lake Placid in February for the 35th anniversary of the team beating the Soviet Union in the Winter Olympic Games. It was an event you did not want to miss. All 19 living players returned for the reunion, giving fans a chance to remember, or at least to witness for the first time, a small piece of what would be like to even just be in the same room as one of the hockey's greatest moments in USA history. How about being on the same ice as some of the hockey greats and even on the bench with the guys themselves? That was the case this week as almost 60 fans of hockey, much less the 1980 team, got a chance to take part in the Miracle on Ice Dream Camp held at the Herb Brooks Arena, home of the Olympic history. The event that kicked off on Sunday made it to the medal rounds today as for 4 teams played for the elusive gold medal. Each team was partnered up with players from the 1980 team doing their best Herb Brooks impression and playing the part of the team coaches. Team Blue would beat Team White for the top honor, receiving gold medals just as the guys inspired them to do 35 years ago.
It was very fun. I mean, obviously I coach hockey at Wisconsin, and I enjoy going on the ice and running practices. So to get a chance to come out here and spend 4 or 5 days with people from all over the United States in Lake Placid on the Olympic ice sheet, and so it was a fun 4 days, and certainly look forward to next year doing it again.
It's amazing. I actually, from Madison, Wisconsin, I know Bobby Suter really well. I know Mark Johnson really well. So being in Lake Placid, beautiful place to play. If you want to find out some of the fun stories that they told us, you got to sign up and come next year because they've got stories galore and they'll talk to you for hours.
As you can see, David's doing a great job campaigning to people to come next year. When the Vermont men's basketball team received new life playing in the College Basketball Invitational Tournament, they simply looked at it as a second chance to continue their season. Little did they know with just one win in the tourney, they would also receive a second chance to play in front of Catamount Country. With the 6-man ready, the Cats were hosting Radford in the CBI quarterfinal round. Early on, you would see Radford's athleticism as Javante Treen gets the first points of the game. It would take 5 minutes for the Vermont Catamounts to get a lead, and it came off a goaltending call. Credit the points to Trell Haynes, who had a team-high 17 points. A lead that would be short-lived as Lucas Dyer finishes the play right there. And watch this right here. High-flying act by Green. You're not going to want to miss this. Reminding us of the Marcus Blakely days at UVM. He led all scores with 24. Moving on now, Vermont would choose to go to the outside game right here. Cam Ward gets this one to go. He would hit back-to-back baskets to get the Vermont the lead. Now with the shot clock winding down, Cam would give it over to Zach McRoberts and hit the triple right there. And then Ethan O'Day would show his power. Driving onto the hoop. He gets his shot blocked, but still has enough power to get the ball to go in. He'd have 16 on the night. Second half would be built into a double-digit lead. Dre Wills throws up a great shot that goes in, and the foul. 11 points on the night for Wills. Next time down, it was Drew Eckhart getting it to go in. A 3-point play for Eckhart. And then finally, Cam Ward would seal the deal. Doing a whole, if you can do anything, I can do better with Eckhart. Finishing the play, gets the foul to go. Vermont goes on to win for their first ever non-conference tournament home game.
Fun game. That was great tonight. I want to thank, first of all, our administration for making this game possible today at home, this first ever postseason tournament game for our program. It was a heck of a game.
We've had a lot of games where we've come out at the halftime and been kind of lackadaisical and kind of dropped the intensity. We knew that against these guys, we couldn't let that happen. We had to wake up and be ready right away.
And we knew if we just got a couple stops defensively that the offense would come, because our offense had great pace in the first half too. So I think we just strung some stops together in the second half and then kind of built off that. And then once you're playing great defense, offense comes. So.
With the win, Vermont picks up win number 20 on the season, doing it each year. John Becker has been the coach. Hear more on that plateau tomorrow on the Sports Desk. Moving over to lacrosse now in America East women's lacrosse action. Vermont taking on Albany. First half, Vanessa Vanderslam gets the first goal of the game. It's their 22nd of the season. Unfortunately for the Catamounts, the Great Danes could score 2. Rachel Bowles puts this one in for Albany for their first lead of the game, 2-1. It was the beginning of 11 straight goals for the Great Danes. Next up for the Lady Cats, a trip to Binghamton. It's usually a pitcher's worst nightmare, not his battery mate, but that's the case for this Boston Red Sox catcher, Christian Vasquez, who will have Tommy John surgery on his right elbow. Vasquez was expected to do much of the catching for the Red Sox this season. Instead, he missed what he had hoped to be his breakout season. Ryan Hannigan will be next in line to become the starting catcher. Spring training ball for the Red Sox. Moving over to the 4th inning now, Alan Craig sends this one to deep right field. Go! It got off the post. He's going to round second. Jose Bautista slips Alan Craig with his base awareness, able to come home. Inside the park home run, the second of the spring training. But Sox lose 9-7. Moving over to the hardwood, the Celtics take on the Brooklyn Nets, looking to pick up their 31st win of the season. First quarter now, Avery Bradley from downtown gets that one to go. Avery Bradley would have 20 points on the night. Second quarter now, Nets trying to keep it close. Williams going to feed this one to Brook Lopez. A good 20-foot jumper there. Lopez would have 31 on the night. Fourth quarter now, Kelly Olynyk's going to get the ball, and he's going to slam it home right there. A two-hand slam, and the Celtics will get the win, avoiding their 40th loss on the season. With the Sports Desk, I'm Josh Lattrelle.